Hello everybody, good afternoon. Neeraj Chopra was 24 years when he was at the Olympic Stadium. He came running, threw his javelin and jumped in jubilation. The inner joy was so much that he knew that he did his best. Welcome to Satyabhashyam, your channel for the country, the dharma and our history. If this is the first time you are listening to Satyabhashyam, kindly subscribe and press the bell icon so that all the videos go to you. That throw, fortunately, has bettered his own record of 89.6 to 89.94. 89.3 to 89.94. Fortunately, he won the Olympics. So do we say that he is quite successful there? Because he is yet 8 meters away from the world record. But fortunate for him that he has got the gold medal at the Olympics. Similarly, Milkha Singh, who has bettered his own 400 meters national record in the 1960 Olympics. He crossed the thread at 45.73 seconds, his own record, which was held as a record for almost like 30 years in this country. But he came fourth in the race. Do we see that he is a loser in the Olympics? Or do we see him as a successful individual who has bettered his own record? So it is our view of how we see him. But he felt he has done something good which he has bettered his own record. So we are talking about failure and success. Failure and success are the terminologies in this materialistic world. And of course we are living in it. The first statement given by Thomas Alva Edison back in 1800s. He said failure is a stepping stone for success. And that we are parroting it day in, day out in the schools, in the colleges, in the workplaces. But for me, they are not opposite words. Failure and success have a very thin line between. So for example, in your school exams, if some girl gets 34 marks, she is asked to write the exam again because he has not cleared the passing mark. The passing mark is 35. So if the same girl gets 35 or 36, she is declared as passed. So what are we talking about? Failure and success. We have seen so many people writing a suicide note that I failed in love and hence I am taking away my life. That I have failed in exams, I am killing myself. That I am at IIT and I couldn't get better marks and I have killed myself. So this failure and success are the measures where the parents are also pushing the children to the brink, that they want to see their children successful. We will move from the students to the real life scenario. The farmers who sow the seed, who clear all the unwanted weeds and protects this for the 3 months or 4 months depending on what crop he has laid out. Just before the harvest, there is a heavy rain and part of his crop is lost. How do you rate him? Successful or failure? I would say the circumstantial statements can be passed. In this case, he did not get the result as he has anticipated for. He thought he would get 30 bags of rice or 20 bags of wheat or whatever. But it didn't happen because there is a third, the outside element called the nature which took its toll. Similarly, a lover who has been ditched by his spouse. He thinks he is a failure. As we have just started the note with Neeraj Chopra and Milkha Singh, there is one more great lady called P.T. Usha, who came forth on that particular day. But she did her best. She has bettered her own record. in that event of race. So, how do you see the success or failure? There was a dictator called Hitler who was the real cause for World War II. With all his confidence or overconfidence, he marched towards Russia. What he didn't anticipate is there is an element called the nature which has defied his move, and hence his Waterloo there. So, what is in our hands? The materialistic world always says winning or losing. But for us, it is a process that we move in. That is what Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyevaadhikarste ma phaleahu Kadachana. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, do your best what you can do, but leave the results unto me. Because I know what other factors help us or doom us. So, that is what Lord Rama also has taught us. We can only do our duty, responsibility. We are not accountable for what we have done. Because that result is an attribute of so many other factors which will help us come up. So in all this, I would only say, watch a small child who wants to cross the door, who wants to stand up holding a chair, falls down, but enthusiastically picks himself up and starts moving on the endeavor of what he thinks he has to do. Similarly, gentlemen, we can also do that, provided we have a set target to where we have to reach. And your perseverance of reaching it, your perseverance of adding new knowledge, new information onto it, that is the only way that you can excel whatever you are doing. Leave the results to the Almighty. Do your best in everything that you can do. Satyameva Jayate, and I wish all of you a progressive life and a successful life as you deem to be. Thank you very much. Rambabu Cheruvu, Hyderabad.